you ever wondered how your body knows when to sweat, when to digest food, or even when to sleep? Behind the scenes, your body is constantly sending and receiving messages, making sure everything runs smoothly. This intricate process is known as physiological communication. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating systems that allow your body's organs and cells to talk to each other. From the rapid-fire signals of your nervous system to the slow, steady messages of your hormones, communication is key to survival. Let's begin our journey into the world of internal communication systems and discover how your body keeps everything in sync. Imagine if your heart didn't know when to beat faster during exercise, or if your stomach didn't get the signal to release digestive juices after a meal. Without effective communication, our bodies would quickly fall into chaos. Communication systems in physiology ensure that every cell, tissue, and organ works together in harmony. They help us adapt to changes, respond to threats, and maintain balance or homeostasis. Understanding these systems not only reveals the marvels of biology, but also helps us appreciate how delicate and coordinated our internal world truly is. Nervous system is one of the body's main communication highways. It uses electrical impulses and chemical messengers to transmit information rapidly between different parts of the body. Think of it as your body's internet, connecting the brain, spinal cord, and nerves to every organ and muscle. This system allows you to react instantly to your environment, whether you're pulling your hand away from something hot or catching a ball. The nervous system's speed and precision make it essential for quick, coordinated responses. The heart of the nervous system are neurons, specialized cells designed to send and receive messages. Each neuron communicates with others through tiny gaps called synapses, using both electrical and chemical signals. When you touch something, neurons in your skin send a message to your brain, which then sends instructions back to your muscles. This rapid exchange of information is what allows you to move, think, and feel in real time. Nervous system is divided into two main parts: the central nervous system (CNS) and the peripheral nervous system (PNS). The CNS includes the brain and spinal cord, acting as the main control center. The PNS consists of all the nerves branching out from the CNS, delivering messages to and from the rest of the body. This division allows for efficient communication and coordination, ensuring that signals reach their destinations quickly and accurately. Communication in the nervous system isn't just about sending messages, it's also about receiving them. Sensory neurons collect information from the environment like light, sound, or touch and send it to the brain. The brain processes this input and sends out motor commands to muscles and glands, telling them how to respond. This two-way communication keeps us aware of our surroundings and allows us to interact with the world. The messages in the nervous system don't even make it to the brain before a response is triggered. Reflexes are automatic, rapid responses to certain stimuli, like pulling your hand away from a hot surface. These are handled by the spinal cord, allowing for immediate action without waiting for the brain to process the information. Reflexes are a great example of how communication systems can prioritize speed to protect us from harm. While the nervous system is all about speed, the endocrine system specializes in slower, longer-lasting communication. It uses hormones, chemical messengers released into the bloodstream, to regulate processes like growth, metabolism, and reproduction. The endocrine system's effects may take longer to kick in, but they can last for hours, days, or even longer, ensuring that your body's internal environment stays stable over time. Hormones are produced by glands such as the pituitary, thyroid, and adrenal glands. Once released, they travel through the bloodstream to target organs where they trigger specific responses. For example, insulin from the pancreas helps control blood sugar, while adrenaline from the adrenal glands prepares the body for action. Hormones ensure that distant parts of the body can communicate and coordinate their activities, even if they're far apart. Key feature of physiological communication is the feedback loop. This is a system where the output of a process influences its own activity. For example, when your blood sugar rises, insulin is released to lower it. As blood sugar drops, insulin production decreases. These feedback loops help maintain balance in the body, preventing things from getting too high or too low. Homeostasis is the body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment despite external changes. Communication systems play a crucial role in this process, constantly monitoring and adjusting things like temperature, pH, and fluid balance. Whether you're sweating on a hot day or shivering in the cold, your body's communication networks are hard at work keeping everything in check. Immune system also relies on communication to defend the body against invaders. Cells of the immune system send out chemical signals called cytokines to coordinate attacks on pathogens. These signals help recruit other immune cells, ramp up defenses, and even trigger inflammation to contain infections. Without this communication, the immune response would be slow and ineffective. Communication doesn't just happen at the system level, it also occurs between individual cells. Cells use molecules like neurotransmitters, hormones, and even direct contact to share information. This allows tissues to coordinate their activities, repair damage, and respond to changes in their environment. Cell-to-cell communication is essential for growth, healing, and everyday function. Gap junctions are special connections between cells that allow small molecules and ions to pass directly from one cell to another. This type of communication is especially important in tissues like the heart, where cells need to contract in perfect unison. Gap junctions ensure that signals spread quickly and efficiently, supporting synchronized activity. Paracrine signaling is a form of communication where cells release chemical messengers that affect nearby cells. Unlike hormones which travel through the bloodstream, paracrine signals act locally. This is common in processes like inflammation, where cells at the site of injury release signals to attract immune cells and promote healing. In autocrine signaling, a cell releases a chemical messenger that binds to receptors on its own surface, influencing its own activity. This type of communication is important for processes like cell growth and immune responses, allowing cells to regulate themselves based on their current needs. While both endocrine and paracrine signaling involve chemical messengers, they differ in their range. Endocrine signals travel long distances through the bloodstream, affecting distant organs, while paracrine signals act locally. This distinction allows the body to fine-tune its responses, using the right communication method for each situation. Synaptic signaling is the process by which neurons communicate with each other or with muscles. Neurotransmitters are released from one neuron and cross a tiny gap, the synapse, to bind to receptors on the next cell. This precise, targeted communication is what allows for rapid thought, movement, and sensation. Communication in the body can be chemical, like hormones and neurotransmitters, or electrical, like the impulses that travel along nerves. Electrical signals are fast and ideal for immediate responses, while chemical signals are slower but can have longer-lasting effects. Both types are essential for different aspects of physiological communication. No communication system works in isolation. The nervous, endocrine, and immune systems often interact, sharing information and coordinating their actions. For example, stress can trigger both nervous and hormonal responses, while immune signals can influence brain activity. This integration ensures that the body responds appropriately to complex situations. When communication systems fail, the consequences can be serious. Diseases like diabetes, multiple sclerosis, and certain hormonal disorders are often the result of disrupted communication. Understanding how these systems work helps scientists develop treatments that restore or replace faulty signals, improving health and quality of life. Neurotransmitters are chemicals that transmit signals across synapses in the nervous system. Each neurotransmitter has a specific role. Dopamine influences mood and movement, while acetylcholine is involved in muscle contraction. The balance and timing of neurotransmitter release are crucial for normal brain and body function. Sometimes, one hormone triggers the release of another in a chain reaction known as a hormonal cascade. For example, the hypothalamus releases hormones that prompt the pituitary gland to release its own hormones, which then act on other glands. These cascades amplify signals and allow for complex regulation of body processes. Signal transduction is the process by which a cell converts an external signal into a functional response. When a hormone or neurotransmitter binds to a receptor on the cell surface, it triggers a series of events inside the cell, leading to a specific action. This process ensures that messages are not only received but also acted upon appropriately. Inside cells, second messengers like cyclic AMP help relay signals from receptors to target molecules. These small molecules amplify the original signal, ensuring that even a tiny amount of hormone or neurotransmitter can have a big effect. Second messengers are key players in many physiological processes. Receptors are proteins on the surface of cells that detect and respond to chemical signals. Each receptor is specific to a particular messenger, ensuring that signals reach the right target. Without receptors, cells would be unable to respond to hormones, neurotransmitters, or other signals, making communication impossible. Just as important as starting a signal is knowing when to stop it. Signal termination mechanisms, such as breaking down neurotransmitters or removing hormones from the bloodstream, ensure that messages don't persist longer than needed. This prevents overstimulation and keeps physiological processes under control. While most synapses use chemical messengers, some use direct electrical connections. Electrical synapses allow ions to flow directly between cells, enabling extremely fast communication. These are found in certain parts of the brain and in tissues that require synchronized activity, like the heart. Some cells, called neuroendocrine cells, bridge the gap between the nervous and endocrine systems. They receive signals from nerves and release hormones into the blood. This allows for rapid, coordinated responses that involve both electrical and chemical communication, such as the release of adrenaline during stress. Muscle contraction relies on precise communication between nerves and muscle cells. When a nerve impulse reaches a muscle, it triggers the release of calcium ions, leading to contraction. This process is tightly regulated, ensuring that muscles respond quickly and accurately to signals from the nervous system. The heart's rhythmic beating is controlled by electrical signals that travel through specialized cells. These signals ensure that the heart contracts in a coordinated way, pumping blood efficiently. Disruptions in this communication can lead to arrhythmias, highlighting the importance of precise signaling in vital organs. The digestive system has its own network of nerves, sometimes called the second brain. This enteric nervous system communicates with the brain and coordinates digestion, absorption, and movement of food. Hormones and local signals also play a role, ensuring that each part of the gut works in harmony. Your skin is packed with sensory receptors that detect touch, temperature, and pain. These receptors send signals to the brain, allowing you to sense your environment and respond appropriately. The skin also communicates with the immune system, helping to defend against injury and infection. The lungs constantly monitor oxygen and carbon dioxide levels in the blood. When levels change, sensors send signals to the brain, which adjusts breathing rate accordingly. This feedback loop ensures that your body gets the oxygen it needs and removes waste gases efficiently. The kidneys play a key role in regulating fluid and electrolyte balance. They receive hormonal signals that tell them when to conserve or release water and salts. This communication helps maintain blood pressure and overall homeostasis, keeping your internal environment stable. The liver receives signals from hormones and nerves that regulate metabolism, detoxification, and storage of nutrients. It acts as a central hub, processing information from the digestive system, pancreas, and other organs to keep blood sugar and energy levels balanced. Reproductive organs rely on hormonal signals to regulate cycles, fertility, and development. The brain, pituitary gland, and gonads communicate through a series of feedback loops, ensuring that reproduction is carefully timed and coordinated. Growth and development are guided by a complex network of signals. Growth hormone, thyroid hormones, and other factors communicate with tissues to regulate cell division, bone growth, and maturation. Disruptions in these signals can lead to growth disorders. When you're stressed, your body launches a coordinated response involving the nervous and endocrine systems. The brain signals the adrenal glands to release stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, preparing you to face challenges. This communication ensures that your body can react quickly and recover once the stress passes. Sleep is regulated by signals from the brain and hormones like melatonin. These signals help synchronize your body's internal clock, ensuring that you feel alert during the day and sleepy at night. Disruptions in sleep communication can lead to insomnia and other health problems. Feelings of hunger and fullness are controlled by signals between the digestive system and the brain. Hormones like ghrelin and leptin inform the brain about your body's energy needs, helping regulate appetite and food intake. This communication helps maintain a healthy weight and energy balance. Your body maintains a stable temperature through communication between the brain, skin, and blood vessels. When you get too hot or cold, sensors send signals to the brain, which then triggers sweating, shivering, or changes in blood flow. This keeps your core temperature within a safe range. Blood pressure is regulated by signals from the heart, blood vessels, kidneys, and brain. Sensors detect changes in pressure and send information to the brain, which adjusts heart rate and vessel diameter as needed. This communication ensures that organs receive enough blood and oxygen. Pain is a powerful signal that alerts you to injury or danger. Specialized nerve endings detect harmful stimuli and send rapid signals to the brain, prompting you to take action. The brain can also modulate pain signals, dampening or enhancing the sensation based on context. Throughout this journey, we've seen how communication systems and physiology are essential for life. From the rapid-fire signals of the nervous system to the slow, steady influence of hormones, every part of the body relies on precise messaging to function. These systems work together to keep us healthy, balanced, and responsive to the world around us. By understanding how our bodies communicate, we gain a deeper appreciation for the complexity and beauty of life itself.